The 2022 Lexus LX600 in-depth review. In today's video we are going to discuss the 2022 Lexus LX600 in-depth, from interior to exterior, and every minute detail of every feature. So without any further ado, let's just dive into it. The Lexus LX is the Japanese luxury brand's biggest and most luxurious SUV, and for 2022 it's getting a full redo from the wheel nuts up. The model gets a name change from last year's LX570 to this year's LX600 to go along with fresh underpinnings to make it more capable than ever before. Lexus's flagship LX SUV has been redesigned for 2022, sporting an upgraded interior and riding on a modernized platform and powered by a twin-turbocharged engine. Based on the new Toyota Land Cruiser, which, sadly, will not be sold in the US, the LX600 takes off-road capabilities seriously but doesn't skimp on the luxury. The previous generation came with a burly V8 engine, but the new version will make do with a 409 horsepower twin-turbo V6. Four-wheel drive remains standard, and the LX can be equipped with a number of off-road goodies, including a height-adjustable suspension system. Lexus richened the new LX600's interior to compete with plusher contemporaries, large luxury SUVs such as the BMW X7, the Land Rover Range Rover, and the Mercedes-Benz GLS class. How does the LX600 drive? The off-road capability of this 6,000-pound SUV is undeniably impressive, but it isn't very enjoyable to drive on a daily basis. The turbocharged V6 is powerful and the 10-speed automatic has smooth upshifts, so no problems there. The steering and braking are uninspiring, though, compromised by the sheer size of the LX. The steering feels heavy and disconnected, while the brakes feel lazy under a light foot and then too grabby as you apply more pressure. Handling is also disappointing. The LX600 leans dramatically as you drive around turns and feels unstable, especially if you drive over a mid-corner bump. There's a general unwillingness to change direction with any urgency. How comfortable is the LX600? The LX's comfort and quiet clash with its floaty and uncontrolled highway ride. The excellent front seats are wide, cushy, and supportive. They're built like armchairs and great for long drives. Get in that executive-style second-row passenger side seat of the ultra-luxury trim and you'll feel like you're in business class on a transcontinental flight. It's excellent, and even tall adults can recline almost flat. The Lexus LX is also very quiet, and the climate system can cool and heat the cabin quickly. The ride, however, seems very out of place in such an expensive rig. Lexus height-adjustable suspension soaks up bumps, but you feel bouncy and floaty on freeway surfaces, and it can be slightly nauseating. How's the interior? The two-row LX's interior is very roomy, but you're sacrificing a lot of versatility by not getting the third row in such a big SUV. The driving position is upright and commanding, so shorter drivers might struggle to find a comfortable arrangement. The large center console also gives you a sense that you're being pushed toward the door a little bit. Visibility is quite good for a large SUV, with tall glass and expansive mirrors that provide a clear view all around. The cabin has an abundance of controls, a mix of physical and touchscreen, and many of them are for off-road features. It's a bit overwhelming at first. Also, while the doors open wide and there are plenty of grab handles, the vehicle's high seats and high step rails can make getting in and out a struggle for some. How's the tech? The LX swaps its finicky joystick controller interface for dual touchscreens, which is a huge improvement. It also finally joins the rest of the segment in offering USB charge ports for its second-row passengers. However, somewhat strangely, in the top-of-the-line trim we tested, only the second row gets wireless charging and massaging seats. Lexus is expected to carry these features to front-row occupants in the future. At least there's wireless smartphone integration for the driver. We're still very underwhelmed with the LX's advanced driving aids. Adaptive cruise control tended to slow way too much for curves, and the auto backup braking was also overly cautious in approaching objects and abruptly stopping prematurely. There are off-road aids such as crawl control and some other features like a surround view camera that are nice add-ons, but nothing unique in the class. How's the storage? The LX600 offers 41 cubic feet of storage space behind its second-row seats, and it can tow up to 8,000 pounds. Both are average for a large luxury SUV. But many competitors in this class are larger and offer much more cubic space for only a marginal difference in exterior vehicle size. Towing will also be a bit difficult because Lexus doesn't offer a trailer brake controller, something most large trailers require to operate the brakes. That's a strange omission for such an expensive vehicle. Small item storage is abundant in the LX, even if things aren't organized very well, so water bottles in the center console might roll around a bit. The second row's height is a bit of an obstacle for shorter folks installing car seats, but the wide door opening, excess of space, and easy-to-access latch points mean you won't likely have any issues. Is the LX600 a good value? The Lexus LX is well built, with quality materials and padding almost everywhere your body might make contact with a surface. It is a solid-feeling vehicle, and we experienced no rattles or creaks. That said, the starting price is high for the segment and many competitors are less expensive even when optioned up, even with optional engines, which Lexus does not offer. Lexus warranty coverage is typical for the class. Basic and powertrain coverage is included for 4 years/50,000 miles and 6 years/70,000 miles, respectively. Roadside assistance towing to a Lexus dealer is offered for 4 years and you get 1 year/10,000 miles of free maintenance. How much does it cost to insure a Lexus LX? The cost of insuring a Lexus LX will depend on a variety of factors, including your deductible, the level of coverage that you want, and the type of insurance that you choose. Your age, gender, location, credit score, and driving record can also have an impact on your insurance rates. 2022 Lexus LX Safety Crash Test Results. Neither the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration nor the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety has crash tested the 2022 Lexus LX. This is common for high-end vehicles. Safety features. Standard driver assistance features includes like forward collision warning, forward automatic emergency braking, pedestrian detection, lane departure warning, lane keep assist, lane tracing assist, traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control, automatic high beam headlights, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, surround view parking camera and front and rear parking sensors. Available driver assistance features includes head-up display and rear view mirror camera. LX600 handling. The LX600 struggles to handle its mass. In normal mode, and with everything on, the LX did its best work but still managed to feel like the chassis was binding up, near constant bucking, while the stability control kept the nose in a near constant state of bobbing up and down. The steering is so syrupy, and with the somewhat slow steering rack, you wind up dialing in quite a bit of lock just to keep things relatively tidy. Body roll can best be described as nautical. In Sport S Plus you'd expect considerably firmer suspension settings, but body lean is still somewhat alarming, and over the slight bump going in a clockwise direction. From the outside it looks positively ungainly. For what it's worth, the stability control system seemed to stay off even when faced with terminal understeer. The Navigator, Expedition and GLS all do this so much better, even if they offer lower limits. The handling loop was driven at more or less normal speeds and returned a similar experience. The LX600 always felt utterly unprepared to change direction and seems to lack shock absorbers during transitions, although I know it's not meant to tackle back roads. The final call. The 2022 Lexus LX doesn't have enough going for it to be truly competitive among luxury large SUVs. Its positives, a strong engine, classy cabin, and modern technology, are matched by nearly all its rivals that offer additional advantages of their own. These improvements seem appealing. But we've found the LX600 isn't a fundamentally better vehicle than before. The ride isn't as brittle as the LX500 in 70s, but this big SUV now feels unusually floaty at highway speeds. Handling, never an LX strong suit, seems sloppier than the old model, and while we appreciate that the infotainment system is now a touchscreen, usability problems persist. And this was all about the 2022 Lexus LX600. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to latest luxury cars channel. Do press the bell icon for more exciting videos like this.